And good evening. My name is DeCarlo Sweeting, and my co-host for the day is
George Missick.
And this is What's Going On. George, what's going on with you, man? How's things?
Oh man, it got hotter since we spoke last.
Oh,
the heat is on, and I ain't talking about the Fnm heat. I just talking about the weather. That's hot.
This is crazy. This is crazy right now. I don't know how they can make it, but boy.
Yeah. Hopefully there's no correlation with the hurricane season, but it's hot.
That's what they said. When you got good weather like this,
boy, them water's hot and prime.
Oh yeah, they ready to go.
So therefore, go someplace else though.
Well, it doesn't automatically mean that you can get plenty hurricanes coming your way. Plenty hurricanes might come, but that might come your way. So let's hope for the best with all of that.
Yeah.
And let's
always have to, but stay prepared, because boy, it's like you say, this weather been sporadic and tricky. One is the sun, then I don't know if y'all getting a lot of rain as well. Like
yeah, we just got some rain today. I was like, what is raining? What? Where it come from?
Yeah, no hill.
No, well, Grand Bahama Hill, but man, I see it yet.
I mean today.
No,
you did. Oh, you missed it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I missed that, man. I wish I could have been around. My sister saw it, but I didn't get to see it. So, such is life.
Yeah, more things. Worst things you could have missed.
Yeah, that's how I look at it. I ain't dead. Anyway, let's find out what's in the news.
Fnm supporters filled the Fnm Convention Center with excitement and anticipation as they cast their votes for party officers. Incumbent party leader Michael Pintard arrived at the convention center accompanied by former party leader and Prime Minister Hubert Ingram, Tommy Turnquest, and former deputy leader Peter Turnquest.
I was pleased to hear a number of our veterans in the party talk about the spirit that they felt similar to 1992. And it is our hope, as we pull together as an Fnm family beyond this vote, that we are able once again to usher in a new dispensation in Bahamian politics. And so
Pintard enjoys strong support from key figures within the Fnm, including former Prime Minister Ingram, who declared Minas is one and done.
My actions spoke very loudly and very clearly, and there could be no doubt in his mind that I thought his time had passed.
Future. Michael Pintard is clearly the best option for the future. He's well prepared, he's dynamic, he's energetic.
Well, I think that's what we need. We need people who are committed to a vision, who is looking forward into the future of where this country can and should be, and is going to put the effort and the policies behind it.
Fnm members have eagerly awaited this one-day convention to determine the highly contested race for party leader. The party remains divided, with a faction still backing former Prime Minister Dr. Minas, who was ousted as party leader in 2021 following the Fnm's election defeat. However, Dr. Minas alleges unfair practices, claiming his supporters have faced intimidation tactics.
Because individuals have sent copies of that delegate list to me as they sent to the party. But yet, when I look at the list that come from the party, names have been changed. Andres, on the other hand, stood for him. All 10 of their names were changed.
And as Fnm members lined the halls of the convention center to cast their votes, we spoke with several who openly shared their views on who should lead.
That's the man with the plan. We love him and he loves us. Yes.
Tried to reach Dr. Minas last night and again this morning. I sent him a text message just saying to him that regardless of the outcome of this election, I believe that the person who's not successful should be given an opportunity to speak on the convention stage. The very systems I inherited from my predecessor are the same systems that are in place. And so we understand that sometimes when the tide looks as if it's not in your favor, there may be hurt feelings. But we believe we'll get past that and we'll be able to close ranks as an organization.
All right. So the Fnm convention is over. The people have spoken, and Michael Pintard has been named the leader of the Fnm, and he will carry them into leadership into the next general election. They also had Dwayne Sands. He won as chairman. So the big seats have been covered. The Fnm now is on the move. Their slogan now is unstoppable. I was looking at that clip, and through all of that, I didn't see, and I watched the convention for a little while just to see what was going on. And, you know, at the end of the convention, everybody come up and sing, hold my hand and kumbaya and all of that.
Yeah.
Do their little thing, right? And I didn't see Dr. Minutes. I didn't see him anywhere around, but they are saying they are united, they are together, and they are now unstoppable. Now, I know. Even in the clip, Minutes was saying how y'all going robbing, y'all going. The people in Andres say they on the list, and y'all say they ain't on the list, and they this and they that. Y'all know how Minutes go. Minutes ain't gonna let that go just like that. But you trying to tell me y'all united? Now, you get beat by. You get beat by 75% of the votes going.
I going to say that only work if it's a close election.
But you ever go and play basketball? You got 10 fellas on the court, and one person always rowing and carrying on, talking they can break bottle on the court. It only takes one to mess it up, you know. That's all it takes. That's all it really needs. And he's the type of person, he won't break bottle on the court. He won't mess it up for everybody. And the Fnm have to be very careful with people like them. And I'm hoping and wishing and praying that, hey, he goes away quietly. But he got that Kalani seat locked down, so they can have the border in him and mess it in somehow.
Need a doctor on staff.
You got Dwayne Sands. You got a doctor. What more you need than that?
One deliver the babies and one mess with your heart. So.
I think you need to. Me personally, I can tell Minutes, hey, buddy, big man, I don't care what you into. I don't care what you running on with. Okay? If you're on, when you see the cameras on, you smile and you act friendly for the cameras. We ain't got time for this right now. We got bigger fish to fry. That convention showed them, and should have showed him, hey, we don't want you. It ain't hard. It ain't. We don't want you.
As leader. Don't just say we don't want you now. We don't.
George, you think they care? Really? You want? I don't want to really see him no more today, Drew. I had enough of him.
Minutes has some friends. Minutes has some friends. There he got 100 and what votes. You know, he still has. He led George through COVID, a very difficult time in life, and you know.
He did what? What'd he do?
So there's life after this, right? The Fnm has a history of this. Remember, even Minutes when remember Loretta Butler Turner and the coup and all of that. So Minutes been on the other side of this, like you know, life. This is just the circle of life. He been on the other side of that where he had to fight for his own survival, and he came out on top. And like,
but that's my point with him. The same thing with Loretta them do to him. They roll him out.
Yeah.
He stay right there behind the thing. I'm saying, buddy, I coming back. You all better watch your back. And that's what he did. He came back.
Yeah.
So how is it that different now from now? Back then from now?
Well, the difference is he was the prime minister. We have
no. When Loretta them kick him out, he wasn't prime minister.
No, but what I'm saying is he was prime. He's tasted that. He called an early election, so he probably didn't even get full 5 years, right? Now we had the situation where for Minutes would be, if he doesn't get reelected sometime in the future or whatever, he realized he'll be the only one-term prime minister. And some people already call him the worst prime minister ever and whatnot. So that's not a reputation that I guess he wanted to have. So you gotta try, right? Like Brave is only serving this, but Brave has an opportunity then to win it, to run again, defend his crown. He's an incumbent. Now, Menace, on the other hand, like I said, he got his one, and it looked like one and done for true.
Yeah, that's what Hubert
But
Ingram said.
what is democracy in the FNM? Like I said, we've known for these leadership fights. Not so much in the PLP. I think I remember one time when BJ ran against Christie. But other than that, the PLP usually pretty disciplined in those categories.
Yep.
You don't have too much jumping up and chaos inside there. Okay, you next. This one. Okay, you're the chosen one. But this whole thing with Pintard and the biggest challenge is gonna be this: this Pintard won, but does he still galvanize the FNM party and the country? Is it a case that he run against Menace? You could have run against Menace. I could have run against. Is it a case that ain't nobody want? Part of it is ain't nobody want to see Menace, right? Like so, so it's hard to really judge the quality of the victory at this point. Pintard has been carrying this mantle since, and it's always a hard job when you lose a government by that margin and you have a little skeleton crew in the house getting beat up. You have this big majority on one side. There ain't much you could do. It's like a man shouting in the wilderness, right? Like you like John the Baptist at that point. So, and I think a lot of times the parties want to reward you for staying there and get beat up, right? And always looking at these people who come last minute. Okay, you done bloodied, you done take all the wounds. It just look wrong to let someone just piggy bank you now, come in 1 year ago now, we're on the fast track. Let me jump in the race, let me knock you out. And so it's going to be important because I think Pintard, although, like you said, he came out as a clear favorite, it was only a race between two people. And, I think he still has to do more in terms of his own presence. Like you saw Hubert Ingram take the stage, take the mic. Every time Hubert Ingram talk, Hubert Ingram could say ABC, Mary had a little lamb or whatever. Everybody there with bated breath listening to this man, hanging on every word. And I think, that Ingram endorsement just drove Pintard way over the top, right? Because he is still respected. Even in that room, I saw him with the mic and Pintard on the side. Ingram still look like the leader, right? And so Pintard has to get to the point where he looks like the leader now, and I think that's one of the things that Menace grappled with when he became leader. Is like, and he probably did it to his detriment because Ingram say, he stopped taking my call and different things. Like, you forget who running the show, right? So I think Pintard is just his own demeanor. He will have more deference and respect for the elder people of his party because at the end of the day, those elder people carry a lot. They, like you said, they literally determine whether you there or not. So you can't really, in this system, get too haughty and like, don't call me. I ain't picking up your phone. Don't tell me what to do because you have to listen to them, even if you decide to do something different. But I think you can't really disrespect people in that hierarchy and that structure. And I think that's what Menace did. Cut people off. He's the prime minister now. Boss, you had your turn. And Ingram was happy to stick at them and say, oh, really? Let me give this final endorsement.
Are those endorsements enough to win the next general election? Because I'm looking at it as this. I'm carefully watching the PLP. And I'm located in Grand Mama. And the PLP, they getting little things done on little islands, but they sweethearting us. So when I say they sweethearting us, I know you're a man, you don't keep sweetheart, but
right.
From what I've heard about the sweethearters get good treatment. And when Obadiah Wilchingham passed away, they make sure they give us a MP quick, fast, in a hurry. They do some other things. We can talk about it a little later in the show. But they're giving us that attention that we needed so badly. Now, sometimes attention could be good, sometimes it could be bad. And in politics, sometimes they only tell you some things just to shut you up. But they're telling you these things. You ain't seeing the fruits of their labor, but they telling you some things, and they telling you the things you want to hear. How is it possible for the new Fnm, led by Michael Pintard, to overcome this type of leadership that the PLP is doing for the country right now? Because ain't nothing much wrong. They do it. Now I know this is PLP. They good for one scandal or two, so you gotta watch them. But right now, their hands kind of clean. They ain't really doing nothing too bad. Their hands kind of clean. So how can Michael Pintard and the new Fnm, even with Cuban Ingram on their side, how can they overcome the PLP in the next general election?
I think the biggest problem for Michael Pintard as leader is that he's a Grand Bahamian. He lives in Grand Bahama, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And that will be unprecedented if he wins prime ministership, leads the party from Grand Bahama. I know Ingram, I think, was from Grand Bahama, was born in or whatever, right? But Ingram live in Nassau, so Ingram out there to Junkanoo, he out there to, he's a part of the Nassau. When he got elected prime minister, he was a part of that base. Same thing with
really, because Ingram was an Abaco boy. He born here, gone down.
Yeah, from Abaco too, but
he went all these seats them in Abaco. Yeah. After he won, he went to Nassau and did what he had to do. So
come on, I think Ingram was in Nassau already, because remember he was part of Christie Ingram and whatever Ingram Christie, whatever the firm. He had that law firm in Nassau, so I think he was living.
Your representation was in Abaco. He was.
Don't worry about the seat. Penland was running. Penland was running in Andres. Yeah, it didn't make a difference. So, but Nassau is where
to do the same thing.
Yeah, Nassau is where. No, but what I'm saying is they wasn't living there, right? Like they running those seats. There's one thing I'm talking about, just running in the seats, because you could run anywhere in the Bahamas, obviously, right? But what I'm talking about, that permanent president, that residency in Nassau and being a part of the Nassau community, whether Nassau is ready to say, we entrust this prime ministership with, because again, we dealing with systems, right? Like everybody have quick access to. Of course, if Michael Pintard wins the prime ministership, he has to go and live in Nassau, because I can't, there's no way, right? But the fact that he's not from Nassau, I think that is going to be, so he's going to have to lean, I think, more on Dwayne Sands, who is from Nassau, if he's likable and whatnot enough, because I don't think he will be as known as Dr. Minnis was. Remember, Dr. Minnis was a Valley boy. Those are big communities, right? They brave those, again, criminal, they're very popular within locally, and Nassau still have all those seats. So that's going to be his biggest thing for me to overcome. It's going to be important, the team that he surrounds himself with. I think they need a good team, and they need a little help from the PLP. Now, like Ingram said before, the PLP always find a way to mess it up. So far, Brave been steady. They've been traveling a lot. They're hardly in the country, so you can't blame them for much, right? They've been out, they're doing things. They've been trying to find ways to make money. They've been borrowing, bringing in little things. So they're going to fix some roads and do some other little things. Ain't nothing major significant happening for no one, but it ain't nothing that bad. Like, we ain't had no hurricanes yet. We had no COVID, right? So it's been so far. The FDX thing look like it blew over a little bit. Ain't no one going to jail from that. So right now they coasting, but you still got a good. That's what it was saying. There's plenty slip between cup and lip. You still got a good run rate, and I think the Fnm will need that little bit of luck to give them some more momentum and some talking points. Because right now you can talk about crime, but crime was ever there. Crime always, So what if 10 more people get killed this year? That just, it's been going up, right? So you can't blame us for that. Can't really blame us for immigration. No one ever fixed that. Unemployment, well, we opening some new hotels, we doing some stuff. You did the So I don't think it's going to be an easy election like when Minnis won. When he swept in and, swept Christie out. Because again, people was trying to get rid of Christie, right? Christie had been on the job too long, wouldn't move. So I think they have a considerable gap to make up. They need a little bit of luck, a little Hail Mary, but if history repeats itself, they'll get that somewhere. Someone can get catch in the cookie jar or something. But outside of that, I think it'll be a tough election for them to win. They can win a lot more seats, but I'm not sure presently, if the election was today, that they could take the government.
I can't see it happening. The PLP are putting in some. They just in Elutra that's open up. Disney that's open up on island there. Celebration Key getting ready to open next year in Grand Bahama. It's hard to outdo what they have done, and it's all about timing. And you know, after that, and use the power of the government to hire some people on these contract and this and that. So I could get people to be working, and I could get Celebration Key up. I could get they did this little song and dance what they do with the Port Authority, acting like they fighting the Port Authority and they trying to do this, get the Port Authority straight. They doing all type of things that look good aesthetically on the top of things. I know many teeth did.
Yeah.
He did what he was supposed to do, and Bahamians don't vote for anybody. They vote against you. You piss them off, oh, you gone. You ain't got to worry about that. That's what happened to Menace. He pissed off some people, pissed off a lot of people, and that was it. He was gone. The PLP ain't really pissed off nobody. You ain't really do. You say something but my toe, but nah.
I mean, but all them, there was gangsters that was in the last administration. Now,
I think if they win again, they coming out full guns blazing. They get more scandals than you can shake a stick at. But
I give it. I mean, kudos to I think the Brave again, and I have to say kudos to him because I think he was very adamant. But not, I think Obi was only one of them old fellas who only a handful of them got in. He said, Fred Mitchell, we running young people, running, and I think they did a better job at getting people with people in the community with good reputations, good and I think that has done well for them because it's hard to hate some of the people. like you said, some of them are performing, even if they ain't getting a gold star, they're doing their job, they ain't getting in no trouble.
Exactly,
right?
And that's all you want them not to do,
Yeah, you only hear the name, a lot of them nice, wholesome family people and different things. So you only hear them all over the place. So that's the main.
So with Michael Pintard winning this convention, he now has to put together his team now, and he has to start doing that now. He should know a lot of his team right now, who he going into the next general election. I see a lot of people popping up. I was watching it, and I see some familiar faces.
I thought half of them was there who I saw.
When election time come around, everybody looking for something.
I saw some faces. I was like, what? They don't come. Like, you think they'd be attending these things remotely or by Zoom?
No, sir.
They front and center like you.
I need one senatorship. I need one board. What? What? I have to get back in the mix. And I just was telling I said, that's why tired of us hiring people who done fail. How you just get the job? I fire you from the job. You come back to reapply for this job.
I saw
giving doing failure.
I saw too much familiar faces for me, for real. Like
you coming in, and if you watch any of the interviews from any newscast, they were saying it's good to have a young, fresh face in it. There's a new Fnm. This is what we doing. We moving forward with a younger person. And then you look all these old people come.
Old people coming for their seat. And the thing is, if we're gonna do that, because the PLP does have a lot of new, fresh, younger people, and right, they have a good mix. And I think the voters will say, well, you know what, they was new. I'd rather give them a next chance. They got a little experience under their belt now. They ain't really dropped the ball. Like, why go with some of them old players, like you say, who I already got fired? So I hope they employ the same strategy that Brave did, which is, listen, this a policy. That's my starting point. And I think when y'all get Michael Pintard, understand you need to ask him to say this now as a starter, that we're not that same policy with Braveheart. Y'all don't apply. Don't like you said, we got one opening in Timbuktu to send you an ambassadorship. You might go there, but don't come there. But you're trying to run in Marco City or you trying to run in whatever. Nope.
George, not all them old face I see. I don't even know if they got young people. Y'all used to talk with the PLP with all these old people. Now look at the
Boy.
Fnm. They got all the old people too.
Boy, I was surprised. And like I said, they obviously still have these prominent positions because they front, in the NBA, right? They have a lot of old players that come to the game, but you just sit them all in one row and you get a chance, you recognize them as the retirees. Like you ain't got no type of mistaken belief that they come and actually try to suit up and
They
play.
ain't back on the court. You ain't
No.
gotta
They're just there to honor as y'all did y'all time, right? But we know that in our culture. We know some of these people already probably spend all their money down and they looking to get these glory days back. So we need a declaration, we need a signed promise and statement from other than that, I can't even deal with you no further than that. I need you to say that nope, we ain't coming with this. Let's see the next generation of behemoths.
I see Tommy them gearing up. They putting on their sneakers, getting ready to go on the court, George. They warming up.
Just saying Tommy depressed me.
Oh yeah, and Tommy when he was young wasn't nothing was happening. Wait, doing?
No.
Anyway, we can see what happens.
It's a hard no for me. Don't bring them old people back.
I am waiting now to see the new generation Fnm. Let's see something y'all can put on the table. And it gotta look good. It can't be these old fellas. I'm sorry. This world, what going on in this world today? I'm sorry, these fellas can't handle. I don't care how much they want to say they go on the internet, this and that. They can't handle the emotional, the mental state of the young people today. They don't even know, and they can't relate. So they need to stop.
Let's just bring board of a minutes one and done type now. Some of them ain't one and done because they don't have 2 or 3 chances. So if one and done is what what Ingram said about minutes, definitely people who have already been there twice and have grandmom economy mess up and all. If you've been a part of that puzzle, like you say, you be behind the scenes. I don't care what you do behind the scenes, but I don't want to see some of y'all in the forefront just easing back into these roles and these jobs and these seats as if nothing happened. Like, no, man.
Anyway, we'll see what goes on. I wish the Fnm well. Michael Pintard, you have a rough road ahead of you. You got to go get some new faces. They got plenty smart young people out there. Go get them, especially in Grand Bahama. Grand Bahama, minister talk about this being a technology hub. This still could be it, but y'all got to. I'm sorry, Tommy, them don't know nothing, but no thing up.
You have to confuse the enemy. Don't come back with Dion folks and them as minister. What it is, labor and.
He got that locked down. He was the Fred Mitchell with foreign affairs. They got that on lock.
I swear.
And I'd be like, come on, man. He know how to labor people.
Everyone getting fired and getting laid off. All kind of labor problems.
Come on, man.
It ain't that technical. It ain't
no. Anyway, let's take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Where you going, buddy?
To go buy these tickets for the party tonight.
Why this boy so dumb?
Tickets242.com.
You know how hard it is?
They sell tickets for parties, concerts, plays, sporting events, everything.
You know how expensive bus is?
Well, if you just buy the tickets online, they could just send you it in the email. Then you could just print it off.
You know how strong mosquitoes is?
Or you could go to the box office downtown at the Genesis Street Gear.
You ain't scared of Joneses, eh?
And we're back. Now, we've just talking about say, brave them ain't doing nothing wrong until they gone past this new budget law where they want catch you. If police catch you with no insurance or your driver's license, they can take your car. They can impound your car. Now, what happened? Because sometimes I just run out, say, let me go down the road, let me go get me one, collect and come right back. I only got on my short pants, my flip flop. I have to feel like a thing. I go on to one other place. I want one chicken in the bag or whatever. Just go and run down the road. I didn't order it. Come back. They pull me over. I ain't got my license because my pants ain't got no pocket. You can take my car. You can impound my car. No, big man, I got my license home. I just ain't got it. You can take my car. Now, insurance, fine. I don't think no one should be riding around on insurance. I got a problem. If you hit my car and you tell me you ain't got no insurance, we really got a problem. You really need to take these people off the road. I ain't got no problem with that. But driver's license, come on now. We always do one little move here and there. And big man, I got it on me. I like that rule what they had. You got 48 hours or 24 hours to bring it in, or else we coming for you. Fine, I can live with that. But don't come to me telling me if I ain't got it on me, you can take what? You can do what? I know y'all trying to get a little bit of money, but how y'all figure this? What you say about this, George?
Okay, he said his license. What needs to be licensed? Is your driver's license or car license?
Driver's license, yep.
Driver's license and insurance.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you get stopped by a police for traffic offenses on the road, first thing, they have a right to ask for your driver's license and registration. You're supposed to have those documents on you pretty much at all times, right? Now, again, I don't like when you make a police officer a judge and a juror. Or, he can question you, but like you said, I think there is wisdom in the fact that there's due process. You don't have it, right? Like you said, there may be a reasonable excuse why you don't have it or whatever. Someone, could be anything. Now, to say impound your car, first off, there's a big enforcement issue. I would say they like to pass these things, then can't figure out how to, right? So someone car blocking the road traffic and whatever, we ain't got no one to move it. We got to wait for the wreck. Could be a good side hustle for someone. But I don't like the fact that, like you said, if there is a valid excuse or reason or whatever, you're just going to inconvenience someone day. You're going to, now, if you find out that they didn't have those things or whatever, take your car. I mean, in all truth, if you're not equipped to drive a vehicle and you get caught driving a vehicle, it probably isn't wrong to say, well, listen, this guy can't move from here because I'm not going to put an unlicensed driver or a vehicle that's not insured back on the street. So this is the point where I think and the thing it is, the technology being what it is today, we really need to get ourselves up the game on technology because, like you said, boom, 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 computers now in the States, you don't need your license on you, right? Put your name into the system and whatever, don't come up and you don't have it. Plus it don't come up. That's a double.
Exactly.
Now we can talk. We can do some business because again, now you right. So I think we need to get the technology up to the point where police stop you. You question there's any sign of something might be off. Check. Go run their thing. You come back. This car hasn't been insured. J.S. Johnson. Nothing. This expired and thing. You forgot to do it. Okay, your car have to stay here until you go get that. Right. That's not. But to just arbitrarily, without the technology, without any type of system in place to verify or challenge that, let's go back to court. Bring your evidence. Like you say, bring your 48 hours. Let them pay their friend to make up to backdate something. But yeah, I don't like these type of arbitrary laws because I think they open it up for abuse and confrontation. More confrontation.
Yeah. That's an issue, and you will come take my car because
for some people
that's good.
Some people you ain't taking their car. That's you gonna have a problem. Yeah.
Only me and you on this road, boy. This can be a rough day. And to me, it's so simple. You could give every police officer a phone with some data on it. All thing I'm now is a sticker you put on your car. We got a QR code.
Right.
When you get your car license, that QR code should be able to tell you the car license, who it insured by, and my driver's license get in on July 5th or whatever else like that. All the information should come up. All of it coming from one ministry, one department. Why are we fighting them? This is why when we say these old people can't come, and take over the government again is because of these same things. They want enforce these crazy laws by using these barbaric ways of doing it. You taking my car. You even ain't got no junkyard or no place in Palm, one place to hold all these cars.
Nope.
Then something happened to my car. I get there, you can tell me, boss, see your car. But my windshield wasn't bust up when I leave my car here. Now you open yourself up for another set of things. What's going on here? Simple as that. QR code on the sticker on your card. Let me scan it. Okay, you got your license, your car insured with big man. Watch yourself. And let's move on.
Yeah.
But we can't, it can't be like this. I'm sorry.
No, we don't need to be moving backwards.
No.
Backwards in the world with those things. Like when I go to the UK and stuff now, like, man, it's all computerized. Like you don't see police on the street no more. You don't see traffic. But you go past, they got all the speed cameras there. They have all the zones, parking, you overpark your time. You stay there, let your time run up. I don't see no one. Ain't nobody checking half the time, right? But you're gonna get your bill in the mail.
That's the mail
waiting on you. Ticket. Yeah. So we need to invest in these technologies. They're out there. We're gonna talk about spending big money in a while.
Oh yeah.
You have to figure out where to put your dollars, because how much money the government loses every day, like you say, with a traffic cop. First off, they never ever no one speeding or running the red light. Second, if they speeding and run the red light, you see that money going in their pocket for lunch.
Oh yeah. That's lunch money.
So the government ain't making nothing on this. So you might as well bite the bullet, buy some stuff, put the technology in place and increase your revenue. It'll increase your revenue, and it'll also make people stop offending as much, because you're much more likely to get caught.
Yeah. Once they know they're coming in the mail.
Yeah, man. How much time you go to States and rent those cars? Like I stopped going to dollar. I used to get more tickets and on my buying account. And what is this again? $2 for going through this. Easy money.
Yeah. You don't got to stress. After that, I got the police to go put a bench warrant when I say you ain't paid.
Yeah.
But another thing, we got to be able to upgrade our payment system, that I could pay it online. I could just go on whatever.com, roadtraffic.com.
Yeah.
I got my ticket, put in the ticket number come up. You can pay it or you can go to court. It's up to you. You go pay it, and that's the end of that. But the for part nowadays, you just go directly in the place, pay the fine, and then 2 weeks later, they come say, you lock up, they got bench warrant out for you. And if you don't keep that receipt, dog eat your lunch, buddy. And they coming for your Friday 4 o'clock.
That ain't called for. Like every person probably go to college nowadays studying something IT related or what, right? All these kids come program IT ready, and they know how to use the iPad, right? So
everybody got one of these.
Yeah,
that's all they need. These is come ready with a QR code scan already on it. You ain't got to do nothing. Scan it. It carry you straight to the website. George Missick. Okay, you got. Or you pay 2 years on your license. Oh, okay then. Or you get your thing from okay. You like Imperial Insurance. Oh, okay. Everything right there.
So
stressing me out with foolishness.
Let's go back to why we say we don't need to put all them old heads back inside the house.
There you go. But anyway, let's take a commercial break and we'll be right back. And we're back with what's going on. George, I know you've been watching the NBA playoffs. It's getting hot. This is it. NBA championship. We got Boston versus the Dallas Mavericks. Now, before we get into this, we can straighten this out right now. We ain't gonna flip flop. We ain't gonna nothing. I need you to pick a side. Who you going with?
The Dallas Mavericks, guaranteed.
Boy, every time a fella say that, he's be wrong. Since you going with Dallas, I will go with Boston because I believe Jason Tatum needs to redeem himself after that poor performance with Golden State in that championship. Yeah. I think he's going to come back looking for blood, and I feel his team is ready. They are poised. They gain more experience. Now, the only part I don't like with Boston is they had such an easy road to the championship. When Dallas throw the first blow on them, I know they can go down and stay down. That's the only thing. But if Dallas throw that first blow and they get up and smile, I know they got them. I look for it to even go 6. Boston and 6. That's how I look at it. What say ye?
You finished?
Yeah, but I got more if you want me to. I can do this all day.
It's coming from a former Celtic, you know.
I know.
So deep down inside, I have some empathy, sympathy for the Celtics in this predicament because they're gonna crash and burn it. Why do you have such faith in Jason Tatum? Has he done anything to redeem? Remember, to me, this Boston Celtics is like the 5th iteration of the same team. Like they got Drew Holiday now and Porzingis, but take away them two. They had Kyrie. They had they had a good solid team. Smart. They had all the pieces. Grant Williams. They had a lot. Boston was a good team for a very long time, and Boston either choke out early in the playoffs or choke out late in the playoffs, right? And Tatum was on those teams that, and his reputation has become like a James Harden. He shrink in these big games. A good regular season guys and whatnot. Even so far during the playoffs. And what gives me less confidence in him is the last years where they gave the finals MVP or the conference finals to Jaylen Brown. Who's the leader on this team? Right? And I know we go back and forth on this. I'm a Jaylen Brown fan myself. I would take Brown over Tatum because I think he has a more dog in the fight. I think Tatum is the pretty boy face. Not that Tatum isn't as talented, but I think Jaylen Brown, like us going to Hawksbill, you just got more to prove. You got to work harder, a little harder, right? I think he knows that he has to work for everything he gets. Nothing gets handed to him. Tatum on the other hand seems like they crowned him a long time ago because they won that face. And, no matter how good Jason Tatum, Brown do, they still can't really say, it's still. So I expect it to be a good series. I expect 6 games. But if I see, my problem is I hadn't been watching Dallas all year long. So when I see Dallas dismantle the Timberwolves, and that might have fooled me with the Timberwolves because I saw the Timberwolves dismantle then when I got excited, right? But for Dallas now to beat, like you said, 350-plus win teams, they had no cakewalk. They had to beat the Clippers. They had to beat OKC, although the Clippers was a little wounded. It's still a good team. They beat OKC, and they beat the Timberwolves, who was on this high and peaking. So like you said, they battle-tested. As far as I know, no real injuries, no key injuries on that team. Kyrie has a chip. Luka has this chip to go. You already saw Luka, what the boy name? Joker win last, an international player. He won the scoring title this year. He was an MVP. So they got these closers. As good as Tatum, think Tatum is, Luka was next in line for the MVP, right? I think most people would rate Luka as a better player than him, right? And then when you get to Kyrie and Jaylen Brown again, Kyrie has experience. Kyrie is still in his prime. He's not young Kyrie, but he's still prime. He's still in the prime. He's not over the hill, right? And again, he come from a long way. He has a lot to prove. He went to Boston. That didn't go well. To Brooklyn, that was a bad situation he went through. So Yeah, and Kyrie just saying my piece. This is the best version of Kyrie I've seen. I've probably ever seen. Like he says mature, he says whatever. He's trying to be that leader in the locker room, and then these fellas who I have no idea who they are, who came and played night in and night out, Lively and Gafford, and I don't even know who they are. They just running around, disrupting, blocking, dunking, like just.
And that's where I feel Dallas has the greatest weakness right there. Right
You think
there.
that's their weakness? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the greatest weakness right there, because no matter what it is, you will need your support team to help you through. If only 1 or 2 games,
yeah,
you can need that. Now,
does Boston have a bench?
Boston got a better support team.
Okay.
So therefore, when Drew Holiday can get hot at any time, I can't remember.
They have Derek White.
Derek White could get hot at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Horford could get hot at any time. So
don't count Horford. Horford is an old man.
That's all right. And Porzingis, who should be fresh now, ready to go. He can be a great distraction, and that's all they need. Dallas has a good defense, but Boston has a lot of
offense
areas that Dallas have to secure, and that's a lot. Now, once, and this based on Tatum now, because I feel I can get what I need to get out of Jaylen Brown. Tatum has to show up. We need 20 to 30 points from him every night, because he has to be that distraction that they have to remember, oh, I can't leave him. Because sometimes he's just shrink, like you say, and disappear, and you ain't got him. You just leave yourself got it. But if he stays in the game and they can't leave him, Boston has too much other weapons that they can utilize. Plus, they got good defense. They have the size. That's better, more, and even important. Luka is a big guy.
Yep.
Boston got big guys. That ain't gonna bother them. That ain't gonna move them. Kyrie always has an advantage. That's fine. You don't mind him, but Kyrie, once he ain't disappear either, you ain't gotta worry about him much. But them other jokers, them other fellas, them is massive. They screw up your game. When you see them doing these defensive things and shooting these shots, hitting these shots, then you be like, because you ain't got them. You ain't really paying no mind.
You don't even know who they are. You ain't complain.
You ain't paying no mind. You're like, who that is? Where you looking? What the?
I thought they had 2 people on the tape. So those keep going.
So, like I say, that supporting cast. That supporting cast is the key. Those will be the thing of who's champion. But I still going with Boston in 6, because I don't think Dallas support team can show up.
I think coaching is going to be important too, and I think Jason Kidd is underrated. I think he's gonna, if he can do a stellar job like he did with Minnesota, because Minnesota had all, at least to make the series competitive, right? Like I don't know how to get beat so bad. Losing is one thing.
Was that coaching, or did Minnesota just didn't show up?
Well, I don't know if they didn't show up as much as they get beat, because again, these dudes were doing things which I don't think they came prepared for. You just didn't. And Luka turned into Jordan. The dude was just like, you could see the disrespect in this dude. If they let him get off to that type of start, because this dude, he just was toying with them. You remember one game when LeBron was playing with the Toronto and just toying with them, man. This dude pulling up half, no respect, I better than y'all. I can shoot here, I can come in, So unless I think Tatum rises to that challenge and say, yes, guess what? I coming out of this as the best player between me and him, because he have to go head and head with Luka. If he let Luka win that matchup between him, I think is over, because again, Luka, like a Jokic, he get everyone else involved, and they feed off his energy.
My game plan, if I was coaching, was I can double Luka. Everybody else, I don't care what Kyrie gets 60. I don't care.
Yeah, get the ball out of his hand as quick as possible.
Kyrie is a black hole. Once he get that knee on, that ain't coming out. So that means the rest of them jokers, he ain't gonna get involved. I got to get Luka out of this game so I can double him, and y'all hope and pray for the best that these jokers beat me. But I can't let Luka get off. Luka is a problem. So that's my game plan. I can double him up, get that ball out of his hand, and let's see what happens. So
$6.
Boston in 6. We can find out on Thursday.
I mean, I fully expect Boston to win on Thursday because Boston has to win on that foolishness. What they did that first game with the but they almost lost. Don't do that.
No. You gotta win on 2 of them home. Don't play around. Don't mess around.
It'll be a disappointing series if they let them come in there and sneak that game and get that momentum because that's how they yuck out Minnesota guts and they wasn't able to regroup.
Yep. Anyway, let's take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
I'm Flynn Doxson from Nose Witness News, reporting live from Sniper Paintball City. We're here with the manager and he's going to tell us a little about what they have to offer.
Daddy, I got this at Sniper Paintball. We have paintball, cornhole, mini golf, batting cage.
Strike!
That's not a strike.
So come on down every Saturday and Sunday to Sniper Paintball City, located next to Crosstown, where you and the family can have a great time.
See you at Sniper.
Maybe a logical explanation as to why the government is prepared to pay $30 million for a fraction of a massive development.
Opposition leader Michael Pintard has expressed strong criticism of the 2024-2025 budget. One significant issue he raised was the government's rationale for requiring the International Bazaar for $30 million. In response, PLP Chairman Fred Mitchell clarified the reasoning behind the $30 million acquisition.
The Prime Minister is really saying that when you take in totality the investment that is going to be necessary to get this all going, it may add up to that figure, but the actual purchase price is not $30 million. The actual purchase price is much less than that.
Months ago, the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxie, announced plans to transform the International Bazaar into an Afro market. The PLP chairman sharing the potential benefits of this project.
A real sore point for a long time, that the closure of that road, which turned out to be a commercial fiasco for Freeport. So one of the things that was promised is to open the road back up. And Ginger Moxie's been working quite assiduously with the tourism people for making some kind of attraction in the center of Freeport.
Now, question of the day, George. $30 million the government is going to put down to purchase and to reconstruct or construct a new marketplace in the property of the International Bazaar, where the International Bazaar lies as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
Now, $30 million, they got them with this 30. I need to see the details and all of this. $30 million to get the property and to do some work there. I still don't understand what this marketplace is going to be all about, because I know they did some deals with persons from West Africa, and they're going to say it's some type of trading post or somewhere you can come and sell your goods, and however it may be. I don't know what the goods are. Still have to wait and see. But $30 million of our money is a lot when it isn't being perfectly explained. I hear Fred Mitchell saying that other gang will open up that road where they put the man-made beach to go straight through again. I don't even know what's the purpose of that anymore. It only causes huh?
What happened to the beach?
Boy, I don't know who's made beach in the Bahamas. This what we do. How are you making this? You have no reason to make it.
Boy,
But opening this road, it will only cause more problems because buddy, it ain't no big deal in going through that area. And once you go through that area now, what I see on the left and on the right side of me, are you really gonna fix up? Because you got the princess on the left side, you can fix that up too, or only the side with the bazaar is. It's plenty things you gotta go through to get this place up and running to do some things. $30 million. I know, but like I said, this is what the PLP does. The PLP just give you a cake, good icing and everything in it. I know if you ever had them see them cake on TV where they fix up and make look good. You can't eat it. It's bad because they done play in their hand and all kind of things. They won't eat that. But all the fondant, whatever they call it, icing they put on it, they can make them cake look real.
Yeah.
But you can't eat it. If the PLP doing this just to say they doing things, what they giving us look good, but we can't eat it. At the end of the day, will we have jobs, sufficient jobs to this bizarre thing for $30 million to help support Grand Bahama? What you say about this?
Who valued this land? This because there ain't much there. I have to say land. I don't know how much building there right now. So
Not much there.
any building there need to get knocked down, I would
Yep.
presuppose. So you're buying land. Like, what is the average cost per acre for land down to in that area? That's my starting point. How you get it? Because you literally buying. So first I want to see if there's a market value deal, because if it isn't, you should be able to get that land at a fire sale, because
I would think so. But like they say, the $30 million ain't to buy the land. The $30 million is to buy the land and construct whatever they got to put there. Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, like you said, the devil is in the details, especially with this group. We need to find out what you put in there, what it costs, what the value is going to bring. Because if you're building something sensible and suitable, 30 million may not, it probably easily justified. But what are you putting there? Because like you said, I know they talked about this Afro market and stuff, with like the African paying for it, right? Because again, remember, they just talk about putting this thing there, right? Now you want to buy the land. So what deal y'all cut again? Because
that's what I want to know.
Yeah. You know, when people just talk to someone, all of a sudden they buying land, right? You buying this land to flip? Are you buying it? So we in Grand Bahama, we lawyers, we sleuths, we like to ask plenty questions when y'all come now with these bearing gifts, because there's a familiar spirit. We see this before. We see it time and time again. We need to know exactly what's going on. Don't come talking no vague, ambiguous language.
Yep. They love that.
Yeah. We want to know exactly what it is y'all doing. We want to see business plans, the business models. Otherwise, like you said, use that $30 million someplace else. Don't just go invest and just put one next eyesore there. Replace one eyesore with the next one. Open up the does this bring jobs? And again, I know we're talking about the cruise board, we're supposed to go like on the other end of the island, and right, like what? So I really like to see a full plan. Maybe they still fight with the port authority, but maybe in conjunction. What is this? Let's go to this thing and let's see the vision, because these dots have to connect. Like, we don't want you putting one thing here and one thing. Like, what's the 5-year plan? Like, what is this going to feed off? What's going to feed off this? Like, we want to see the drawings and renderings and how you're going to redevelop this place with the different things. So these things in isolation don't move me, because I think if you just throw things there in isolation, that's not likely to, like you say, attract. Will this be something that encourages someone else to buy the property next door and open up? Because you build your shack on the side of my mansion, or my mansion on the side, my property value still will be low, right? So we need to ask these questions, and I find people like to get mad when you start asking these questions as if they're dumb or not legitimate questions. So unless you're doing some skullduggery, you should really take these questions as seriously, that people are asking because they are logical, sensible questions on what is the plan to develop Grand Bahama, not just an area, not just to open a building. That was open before, and then nothing was happening. So what's different? We need a full, comprehensive plan. We need more than one thing. We need this and that. We need a suite of investments. Bring them together, amalgamate that, and then we can start to see the vision.
They ain't got it, George. I didn't see they can clear down the bazaar and put one tent up and say this is the marketplace here.
Well, like you say, they still ain't fix the airport. How are you bringing the people to this?
They can halfway do that. They can patch up the airport with there. You ain't gonna be no new airport. You might as well forget that. They can fix the old airport. Tell you, we gonna go build. We can show you the plans for the new airport. There can be 3 stories, and it can be this and that. And once they get that old airport up and running, that can be the last you ever hear or see from that. And then we can forget because we got a new airport now. So you're not laughing until the next hurricane come again and it get washed away again. Then you're right back to square one.
Say it ain't so.
It's so. It's very much so. But we gotta wait and see.
They might as well buy Hawksbill and build that back.
I hope to see that the plan work, but like you say, it got to be a comprehensive plan, a fully thought out plan from East End to West End on what we can do in Grand Bahama. It can't be no pitch, patching up here, pick here.
No, them patch roads don't work.
No.
First quarter rain,
yeah, it'd be like them Hudson Estate Road. You ain't want
no, we need to pave the whole thing. We need to dig it up and repave it. That's a cheap shot.
Anyway, let's talk for our boogie of the day.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
I don't even know why he would do that.
A Michigan judge was left astonished after a defendant with a suspended license appeared at his virtual court hearing while driving. The now viral incident has taken social media by storm since the Honorable Cedric Simpson's YouTube live stream showed Corey Harris joining the May 15th Zoom call as he finished parking his vehicle.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present via Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Wait. You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Hello?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
I don't even know why he would do that.
Judge Simpson proceeded to revoke Harris's bond and ordered him to report to the Washtenaw County Jail that night. Per CNN, Harris, who was reportedly charged with driving on a suspended license back in October 2023, has a pretrial hearing on June 5th. His public defender had no comment when contacted by the network.
So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Can't make this up.
I don't even know if I need to comment on this. If anyone just saw the video, this is unbelievable. This is something that I know we come on now, as black people now. Come on now.
When you're dumb, you're dangerous, man.
Why would you even go on the Zoom conference if you're driving? You almost getting ready to park anyway. Park the car, then go on the Zoom conference.
He didn't want to be late, man.
You better don't be late now, because the judge then tell you got to report to the courthouse, and they're going to lock you up. You put yourself in a bad situation. How?
This Zoom stuff like what do you call it? Casual Fridays at the office. You just don't do some things with black people, right? I remember one time I went. This was during the height of COVID, and I was off island. Zoom was new. This new, so I actually was in the restaurant. I was out to lunch, and I remember I had this court case. Find my jacket to throw on. Run outside. I need to go to the car. I can't have it in the thing. I'm right. So I got on the thing. I'm talking to the Chief Justice now. Mr. Missick, I know you're not in the car. Y'all abuse, boy. She light up on me. What this is? Y'all have no respect for the God. But yeah, I mean, also he was represented by a lawyer. And like you said, the sad thing is it took the lawyer a while to kind of realize there's doing some serious problems here. Like, but the judge, like, hold on.
Am I really seeing this?
Yeah, y'all must be got me on Prime TV or something. Someone must be coming with a camera or something like. Oh Lord.
Yeah. So anyway, Corey Harris is our bungie today, and I can't even sorry for you, but you need to be in jail. That's that.
Yeah. Just serve the time. There's a learning lesson. Like you can't make it on them streets if you making them mistakes. It's one of them when your parents say that's for your own good. This for your own good.
This for your own good. And everybody else out there who saw this, y'all learn from this. For God's sake.
Go to jail, go speak with some real criminals, learn how to do this thing.
Yes. So that's our show for tonight. I'm DeCarlo Sweeting with my co-host, George Missick. We'll see y'all later on what's going on. Remember to subscribe, like the show, and y'all have a blessed day. See y'all next week.